Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Now today, it's been a long time since I've done a Throne and Liberty video, for the reasons of, you would know why. If you caught my previous video, the combat was static, there was auto farming, auto play when you were even offline. But since then, we have just got hot off the press today. The Korean producer of Throne and Liberty, Jong, okay, I'm not sure if I'm butchering the name, I'm sorry if I am, but he has done a producer's letter part 1, and boy oh boy, they are changing the game completely. So yeah, this is a little bit of a long one. I'm going to go ahead and read it with you guys, and yeah, like, share and subscribe, and then let's get into it. Hello, this is the producer of Throne and Liberty. Are you all doing well? So the beta test where I first showed TL to you all was in May. So it's been about 4 months since I'm posting my greetings. I should have posted my greetings as soon as possible, but I couldn't because I was busy with development projects. To be honest, spent a long time worrying and being scared about what to include in my first greeting to you all. We will try to deliver news faster in the future. So to me, that's really nice to see, the fact that he was obviously concerned due to all of the negativity that was surrounding the first beta test in May. I, of course, covered it myself. If you missed it, I'm pretty sure you know right now that the combat was horrific. You couldn't basically move at all. There was auto farming, auto pathing, obviously. Everything was just automated, and basically you could even do a thing where if you're offline, the game can play itself. So as you can imagine, that caused major backlash. So it's great to see that they actually, he took this to heart. And as you can see here below, we have summarized the major issues we're currently improving. I could simply tell you what I changed, but I think it is my role and responsibility to share with you all the situations and concerns I had before and after. We would love to see how testing with you is changing TL. So we can see it's quite a long letter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the very important stuff, and it's really exciting to see. So here we go. I would like to share our awareness of the problems we have. We define the game's problems revealed in beta testing as twofold. It's static combat and boring growth. These key words may sound like an obvious task, but behind them are the various planning intentions we wanted to implement. In explaining the improvements today, I would like to tell you how our thoughts were expressed and how we will correct any deviations from our intentions. Now, so dynamic battle with choices. There were many reasons why the battle felt static, but the biggest reasons was the lack of freedom of operation, so movement. Basically, you couldn't move. When planning the shape of a large-scale war, we considered formations to be important, so we implemented collisions between characters and set most attack actions so they cannot be performed simultaneously with movement. That's what was very bad. So here he says, however, our decision resulted in inconvenience in movement and infringement on freedom of operation. The shortcomings became more noticeable in battles in peace zones, which took up most of the playtime rather than in large-scale war situations. So to improve this, we have taken the following steps. The overall combat system has been changed to allow attacks while moving. This is a big W. Conflicts between characters have been eliminated in all areas except conflict areas. So basically, this is sounding like before you could fight people no matter where you were in the open world. It does sound like to me, which is a little bit of a minor L, it sounds like you're only going to be able to do PvP in PvP zones, which, fine, that isn't the biggest issue. I would have liked to be able to do PvP if you could flag up and do PvP no matter where you were. But if there's PvP zones, then that's fine as well. The inertial effect applied when changing direction has been minimized to increase the responsiveness of operation. Okay. Of course, this does not mean that the combat system has been fully improved with the above modifications. However, first step to change static combat to dynamic was to start with moving and fighting at the same time. That's what you call action combat, because they were basically saying how this game was fully action combat, but clearly it was not. Conflicts between characters were also judged to need to be re-examined without damaging the tactical value of group battles. And the translation is getting lost here because I've had to translate it from Korean to English, so bear with me. Basically, they were changed to not apply in peaceful areas. I think this means initial. The initial effect, which was a device to enhance realism when changing direction, was also a factor that doubled the frustration of movement. So the experience was drastically reduced. Yes, it was very, very boring. It looked boring to watch, and I'm sure it was very, very boring to play. After removing the many restrictions on operation, what I focused on was skill. There were limits to the skills that could be used, which prevented players from actively thinking about their play. Therefore, work was carried out in several areas to increase combat options and diversify combat aspects. Okay. In addition to targeting type skills, so tab targeting skills, many new types of skills have been added, such as specifying a direction or hitting a specific point according to the PC operating environment. We increased the number of skills initially given and quickly changed the learning speed of new skills. Yes, because it was a very, very huge grind fest. It took ages and ages, and basically you would just have to grind mobs for hours on end. Hence they had autoplay, auto farming. Let's go down. I don't want to read every single thing, but what I'm going to do is I'll put the link to this article in the, this is on the official Korean site, by the way, as well. I'll put the link to this in the description and I'll pin it in the comments down below. But we were also working on ways to make weapon swaps more seamless. The weapon system of wearing and using two types of weapons is a very important feature of TL's combat, but the actual combination of weapons used had clear limitations. Since it was a system that expected various weapon combinations to be completed according to individual tastes and concepts, a change was also needed. Basically, they're changing the stat system, so where certain stats only affected the attack power of certain weapons, that's been completely overhauled. Fighting spirit, skill, wisdom, insight affect the attack power for all weapons, and the effects of additional abilities other than attack power has been expanded. Weapon passive skills that were only effective when using certain weapons has been adjusted to have an even effect on all weapons. Okay. We have reduced the burden of operating multiple equipment by increasing the number of sources for making early equipment and obtaining reinforcement materials. Now here, this is huge. We've got here, make sure this is, there's only 720. Right, this is the new combat where you're basically going to be able to move. So let's check this out. Okay, this is way, way better. Clear movement. He's doing skills, he's doing basic attacks. Yeah, this is a big W. Huge, huge W there. Very impressed. Okay, that's good to see. I mean, they've done a very good job there. Obviously, argumentatively, this should have been like, it should have been like this from the start, but that's fine. Fast and colorful growth experience. To discuss growth, it would be best to start with the story of automatic hunting. The mmorpg genre has inevitably been accompanied by long-term play. As the history of the genre accumulated over a long period of time, we decided that the existence of automatic hunting was increasingly recognized as a natural thing. No, you're wrong. That is not natural at all. We also followed that trend and introduced automatic hunting. However, I think this decision was taken too easily. Yes, it was. So through the beta testing, we heard voices of disappointment about automatic hunting from many users. We reflected on the fact that what gamers who play with a keyboard and mouse and a pad expected was not automatic game. Of course they didn't expect an automatic game. They want to move on their own. So this is a huge, my respect for them has gone up by a few notches here, because they've now, auto hunting and auto movement has been completely removed. Along with auto hunting, automatic movement has also been removed. We considered keeping auto movement in terms of convenience due to its size. We decided to boldly remove it because of the value of the experience of moving around the world, meeting people, and exploring new areas. From the point of removing automation, the game had to transform into meaningful content. See, this is what I meant. It had just repetitive hunting. So of course, it's not that our game didn't have those elements, but we needed to add new content types to improve. And we also needed to supplement existing content to improve it. Right, okay. So the proportion of hunting in the growth section has been significantly reduced. Experience rewards for Adventure Codex, Exploration Codex, regional events has been significantly increased. Okay, so they're basically, you're going to get more XP now for being, an adventurer, exploring, doing the events instead of just standing there farming for hours on end. Various mission elements other than hunting are being added to the Exploration Codex and resistance quests. We are preparing a number of party play instant dungeons that require, okay. So there's going to be instant dungeons that you can do boss clearing. That's really, really good. Co-op play is a very important element in mmorpgs. Yep, we know that. Let's see what else we've got here. Anything else really good? Okay, this is good. The time it takes to level up has been significantly reduced. We have changed the growth of equipment faster by increasing the number of sources of materials needed to make and strengthen equipment. Skills are acquired automatically as the level grows, and the amount of materials needed to strengthen those skills has been increased to speed up the skill growth. Okay, so they're making the game a bit more fluid. It's not just stand here, kill 5,000 wolves, and then you level up, That's good to see. The level growth time has been adjusted based on manual play to max level. So the time to reach level 30, which was shown in the May beta test, has been reduced by a third. Okay, that's really, really good. And the time to reach level 50, which is the max level for opening, has been reduced to 1/10. Okay. So that's really, really good to see. All of the above mentioned issues are urgent priority measures, and many other improvement works are underway at the same time. Some of the improvements will be reflected and tested in Amazon Games' upcoming technical test in the Nice, okay. And we will complete the game in a better form. We promise to continue to refine and fix it until the day we present it to you again. Okay. That's really, really good to see. And then, yeah, basically, as you can see here, he's, in the next letter, we would like to introduce content that has not yet been released. I think you will be able to understand a little more what kind of game TL is. I will send you a letter again very, very soon. Thank you. See, that is what I want to see. I want to see communication, which we've got here, clarification of what is going on in the game. And as he really did say earlier on, he wants to make the communication a lot more frequent. So yeah, really, really big W here. I'm really excited to see the changes, and hopefully, I'll be able to cover this game very, very soon. As soon as there's more information, I will be sure to cover it. So yeah, leave me a comment down below. Does this make you more excited again for Throne and Liberty? Because I'm not going to lie, my hype level for this game dropped completely. But now it's back up there again. My hopium is back. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah. Anyway, hope to see you guys and girls soon. Speak to you in the comments. Take care. Peace.